Hello and welcome to MCC TV International Show. My name is John Dabeet. I'm the business coordinator here at MCC. I teach economics and statistics and also host this show. Chad, I cannot believe that we are at 75 episodes. Wow, I still remember the first one that we did together, I don't know how many years ago now, so I stopped counting. I look forward also to reach the 100, and hopefully that 100 will be definitely a special one. With us today is a special guest. As I always say, we try to bring a special story that we like to share with you as you are watching our show. Our guest today is a student here at MCC. He's originally from Liberia. We know here, for those of us who lives in Muscatine, that we have a big community from Liberia. So we're going to talk about Liberia. We're going to talk about his plans here at MCC in the future, and also we're going to talk briefly about the community here in Muscatine. So with that, I would like to basically welcome our guest, Daniel. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing very good.
Good to have you on our show today, Daniel.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's start by asking you to introduce yourself to our audience, please.
First of all, my name is Daniel Luo. I'm originally from Liberia, West Africa, a small tiny country in West Africa, and I moved here in the United States 2011. In
6 years ago.
Yeah,
wow.
in Muscatine, and I really love it here, and I'm student at MCC studying agriculture, playing the drum fiddle at Iowa State very soon. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show, Daniel.
Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure to have you with us here because I know that you have really a very interesting story to share with our audience. I would like to go back now to your native country and start talking about you growing up in the native country. Tell us something about your family. How many brothers, sisters you have, what you used to do on a daily basis, so that our audience will get to know you more. They will start learning more about you.
I'm from a family where my dad had a lot of children. I got a lot of stepbrother and sister. Because in Africa, our tradition, men can marry as many women as one. So my dad had three women. So I get the two sisters and 3 half sisters, and I get 2 other sisters here in the state, and my brother. I get about 4 brothers back in Africa, and
it's a big family.
Yeah, and I grew up in a village. So I didn't know how much.
How big? Like, how many people lived in that village?
Roughly about 5,000.
5,000. Very small.
Very small.
Very small village.
Yes.
Okay, tell us something about what you used to do. What's special at this village, for example? Any special traditions that our audience needs to know about?
What people usually do, I don't know if they still doing it or not, but what we usually do is that when there's a stranger in the town, everybody make sure the stranger is welcome. You gotta tell everything. Stranger need to know about the town, all the rules, all that stuff in it. And also, I actually, when I was back in Liberia, I used to go like fishing most of the time because my dad had a huge farm, so we usually go there and fishing and play soccer.
Do you do fishing now or?
No.
Not much. You're busy now, right?
No, I don't have a license, so I can't fish.
Okay.
Sometimes I love to, but I don't have a license.
But I mean, like, fishing like in a, small pond or something like that. So
I don't like it
but
because
you are a pro, so you like to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us something about traditions. Is there like any? And I assume there will be. Every country has their own traditions and culture and so on. Can you share with us a unique tradition with our audience, please?
Well, one of the traditions we get in my village is the food. We eat together a lot. When
What do you mean by we eat together a lot? Like, what do you mean by together? Are we talking about extended family? Are we talking about immediate family? Are we talking about like with friends also and family? Like,
Extended family, immediate family, and neighbor.
and neighbors.
Yeah, there's a strong law in my village that if your neighbor don't have food today to eat, if you have food, you gotta share with a neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if you have the food ready for dinner, let's say, so you will be inviting your neighbors
Yeah,
and the
makes-
family and so on, and all get together and have the dinner together.
Yeah, and make sure everybody in the community that don't have food for the day, everybody
Wow.
share.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a neat one. That's a
know.
neat one. Okay, what else? Tell us more like of traditions. For example, do you have one special day in which you will be off, you don't go to school, you do special things with the family? Like what would you do? Like when on days off, where would you go?
Like usually we don't really do a lot with holidays, but during Christmas break, have they have a tradition in my village. It's a poor society in my village, but everybody that are basically Christian. So during Christmas season, everybody go on the farm, harvest, rest, come in the town, have big celebration where everybody will share. We'll make sure everybody from the village that live in the city, they all come together. We have big festival, everybody share together.
So what else you do around Christmas? Because you are saying, obviously you are celebrating Christmas there very well. So what else would you do? Would you go to church? Would you go as a family?
Yeah, what we do if you're from our village, what we do is that we make sure if you live in Liberia, make sure you come home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And during Christmas Day, we go to church, and after that, we celebrate Christmas the next day after Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like traditional visit? That means with neighbors, family members, wish them best, Christmas, and so on.
Yeah, that's a festival. You make sure everybody has something to do, and if you have money to buy Christmas gift for people, you make sure people that don't have anything for Christmas, you make sure you give them something, like clothes, shoes, just anything.
How about education there? Obviously, you moved to United States in 2011, 6 years ago, but growing up, I assume you went to schools there. Tell us something about schools there, the educational system there. Can you pick a subject, or everybody has to learn the subject, and so on?
Where my village is a little village, but we are like 3 different schools. We are Catholic school, we are some mission school and public school. I was privileged to go to the mission school, which is very expensive, and there are a lot of good qualified teachers. But where I'm from, maybe they just changed the law. But if from my village, you gotta take a Bible, you gotta make sure and read the Bible and pass the Bible before you can pass the class. If you fail in Bible, you can't pass the class.
But is it same like you like going to school there? It's 12 years as here. For example, you have elementary and then middle school and then high school.
It's the same thing, but we get older people that that still want to go to school and get an education.
Okay.
Like we don't have age limit. So if you're 25 years old and you want to repeat 11th grade, that's okay. You can sit in class with
So there is
18
no
years
age
old.
limit.
There's no age limit.
Yeah.
Anybody
So
can
you
go to
can be,
school.
let's say, 50 years old and decide to go because you didn't, in previous years, you didn't complete your, let's say, high school. You can go back to school and finish your high school.
Right.
I really like that.
Yeah,
Because, it's the worst thing is when we put limits on education because we learn every day. I mean, there's no what I call a starting point and ending point when it comes to education and when it comes to learning. I really like that. At some point in time, you started to think about moving to United States. Basically, the question is, why is that, number one, and why Muscatine, number two?
First of all, as a child growing up, I never wanted to come to America. Not that America is bad, but I never wanted to come to America because, I forget my mom living here in America, and I really wanted to go to Canada or Australia. So, certain time, my mom just called my grandma phone because I never spent much time on that. I used to stay with my grandma because she died in 2008. But and also I never thought I would come to America. So in 2011, my mom said you are leaving for America. I didn't want her to come, but my dad and my grandma they make me say, oh, just go. She wanted to go there and go to school, and I decided to come here. And the worst part, I came straight to Muscatine. Not that Muscatine is bad, but I just came like in Muscatine. But Muscatine been a very good city to me. And there are a lot of good people out there, and they are helpful and
We're glad to hear that. Very inviting and welcoming city.
welcoming. Yeah.
Yeah. And as I said again, because we do have also a community, I wasn't sure if that's the reason why you decided to come to Muscatine. Is it because we already have like really a good community or from Liberia, your native? Is that the reason, or?
When my mom moved here back in 2004, because she been for over 11 years, she moved in 2004. So she landed in Minnesota, and she decided to move to Muscatine.
Oh, okay.
So she been ever since.
So that's the reason, because your mom lives here. That's the reason why you ended up. Well, happy to have you here in Muscatine with us,
Thank
and
you
also
very
at
much.
MCC at the college too. Daniel, it could happen anytime. Our producer, Chad Bishop, has some pictures. So he will start rolling those pictures on the screen. And as you see those pictures, we want to start asking you some questions. And also we want you to explain to our audience what they are seeing or watching on the screen. So I see the first picture now. So what do you think? What are we seeing here?
Nimba Kante is where I'm originated from.
So this is
That's the region I'm from, originated from Liberia.
that's where you are, that particular region in
Yeah.
Liberia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So and you said like you came from more like a small village, right,
Yeah.
in that region.
In that village.
Okay. Wow. So I assume we're looking at a map now.
Yeah,
Right?
so Liberia is the tiniest country in Africa, I
It
guess.
is very tiny. We can. Yeah.
You can see. Liberia is a very small country, and we were colonized by American government. So basically, whatever, anything we do there is all like American way. But
Okay. So you are on the west side of the continent
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Africa. Yeah.
that's the flag of Liberia.
That's a flag.
And
It's
a map of-
similar almost to, like as you said, just like you're taking that from the U.S. flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything we do is all
From the American
Yeah,
flag,
photocopy
yeah.
of America.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the regional hospital in my village.
Okay. That's a hospital.
Yeah.
And basically, how is the medical situation there? I mean, like, do they have good hospitals? If somebody gets sick and go to a hospital, do they get good attention? And
Well, that's the major hospital we get in my region, but we have other clinic, but it's not really, it's not accessible that,
it costs more money to go there.
It costs more money, and it's very hard for people to get to the hospital because there's a lot of infrastructure condition, the bad road, there's no transportation.
Good.
It's very hard to get to the hospital, but it's very expensive. If you don't have back in Liberia, we don't have no health insurance, so everything it gotta be
You
out
have
of pocket.
to pay out of pocket.
Yeah, if you don't have money.
But it does look really nice buildings. I mean,
Yeah.
that we're seeing. Yeah, excellent, excellent. So, we'll start with food now.
That's my favorite food right there.
So, what do you call this meal, for example? Is there a specific name for a meal?
It's a rice and soup. That's a crayfish right there.
Okay.
Rice and soup. We eat a lot of lobster in Liberia, so Yeah, because we are close to the Atlantic Ocean, so we eat a lot of lobster and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
That's a rice and soup. That's one of my favorite African Liberian dish. It's fufu and soup, which that's my favorite food. It is very good. And they say those food are
Do
African.
you cook something like that here?
Yeah.
Do you get the ingredients and everything, and you can prepare that?
Yeah, there's a two African store here in town in Muscatine.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and I don't eat any other food besides my African food.
Okay.
I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat outside. Just
So no fast food.
No.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So here is another picture of also someone is eating food.
Yeah, that's fufu. I believe that lady, she's in Des Moines because there's a lot of African restaurants in Des Moines. Iowa City, people go there and get African food, like a fast food restaurant. So I believe she eating in a restaurant in Des Moines.
Wow. Wow. I assume you like soccer, right?
Very much.
Let's talk about this picture.
Well, that's a Muscatine Lone Star FC. Basically, everybody, we get it's all like, all immigrant team. All immigrant. We get some people, whatever, but we are all immigrant. It's a Lone Star team. We play in the Latino League here in Muscatine, and
wow.
I'm the coach. I'm sitting right there with the hat on, but yeah, players from every other country in Africa, from Africa, Ghana, Ethiopia, Togo, and we get some people from Mexico, Ecuador, just basically from everywhere.
International team.
Not really, but
Yeah. Wow, that's good. So, and do you play against other teams in the area, or?
Yeah, we play against a lot of teams in Muscatine. Some team from Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Moline. We play against a lot of great teams.
Good.
And
good.
we won the championship also.
Good. Good. Wow. I love soccer. Who are we seeing here?
Those are my mentors. They are my American family. So every time I need help, seek help, they're always there willing to help me. And I'm just grateful for those two people. They really been there a lot for me and my family. So
they are here in Muscatine.
They live here in Muscatine.
Yeah, and so they are like your mentor family.
Yeah, I think they got to know you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, what do we see here?
Oh wow. Yeah, that's me right there with Elizabeth. We standing alongside Rod Hedge. He's a Senate majority leader for Iowa. Mm-hmm. He's in Des Moines, so we had a meeting. So me and Elizabeth, including Young Democrat, were representing the MCC Young Democrat.
Okay.
At the meeting, so it was a
Senator
great
Hagg.
Senator Hagg, yeah.
Very nice senator. Good.
Yeah,
so I assume you talked to him about the MCC and your involvement and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, we had a great time, and it was a pleasure meeting him also.
Excellent.
He's a very nice guy.
Excellent to know that. Okay, what do we see here?
That was back in 2016 when I started campaigning for Hillary. She invited me to a rally in Dabeet.
So you went. So you were. It didn't take you. My understanding that means it didn't take you much to get involved in the political system here. Because I mean, if you are saying in 2016 you were campaigning, and you came here 2011. That's wow. In 5 years, you were campaigning for someone who was running to be a president of the United States.
Yeah, and I had a special invitation just for that program. I had a chance to talk to her for 15 minutes, and we talked a lot about young people, immigrant like me, making a college affordable for people like me. So it was a great experience.
A good experience, definitely, indeed. Yeah.
That's me right now.
Yeah, that's you right now.
Right now.
Okay. That's a formal one. So you were at an occasion or?
Actually, it was during a Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
I take that out of church.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Well, that's a trophy we won about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago we won a trophy. We were
Playing
champion for
soccer?
yeah,
Wow.
we won a championship in musketing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Good things.
that's me right there because I'm interested in agriculture. Because my grandpa was a farmer, so I wanted to, you know, do the same thing he did and I want to fulfill his promise. He really wanted to go to college to get degree in agriculture, but a parent couldn't afford, so I decided to do the same thing as my grandfather. Right there, I'm at the farm. I'm doing some research
Uh-huh.
on the beans
Good.
farm.
Good. Good. Yeah.
That's me and my mom over there.
Wow.
Yeah, that
That's
was
so nice.
that was doing Mother Day.
You can see that both of you are very happy, right?
Oh yeah, we always happy.
Yeah, that is very. I'm very happy that you shared those pictures and those precious moments with us and with our audience. And I'm hoping that also our audience had good time also listening to your story and also watching those pictures that you decided to share with all of them. Right now I want to just change that discussion a little bit and move to now in the United States, you are in Muscatine, you are a student at MCC, Muscatine Community College, in the Ag Department. Tell us more about the Ag Department. And you just said that, you decided because your grandfather
Yeah.
was a farmer. Tell us more about that.
Really, I really like agriculture here in the United States, more especially in Iowa. The Ag Department, they're very helpful. They help me a lot. I joined Ag because I had no experience in Ag, more especially here in Iowa where everything is all corn and soybeans. I had no idea, but they helped me a lot to be who I am today, and I'm so grateful for them. And the agriculture here and one in Liberia is kind of different because here agriculture is like modern agriculture, and people in my country still use I guess 1960 experience, which is way behind everything. So and I'm learning a lot. I'm planning to travel to Iowa State to get my bachelor's degree in agriculture. Hopefully, I get a master in agronomy.
Good, good, good. I know that you're active, Daniel. I mean, I know you're active here on campus. You are involved with several student organizations. Share that, please, with us. I mean, what organizations, why you decided to be active, and so on.
When I first started at MCC, I didn't want to make no friends, so I was not involved because, I just thought it was too boring and, it was time consuming. So this year I decided to join. I like Hillary Clinton because, she's the first woman to run for president and she was the first woman to be a nominee for a major political party, so I'm happy to, join a campaign. And also, I remember Young Democrat. It was you that made me a Young Democrat because it's helpful and I'm getting a lot of experience Young Democrat on campus and I can't wait to see what Young Democrat do next season. And this year again, I had a chance to join the campus newspaper, MCC Calumet. I'm one of the reporters.
So you work with the Calumet too?
Yep, I work every Tuesday and Thursday on campus, which is very good and it's
great organization.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
under the supervision of Mark. Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And also, I'm the head for Liberian youth here in Muscatine. So anything youth related in Muscatine, Liberian community, they always come to me and ask me. I'm the one organizer when it comes to youth activities.
You're a very busy guy. Very busy guy.
And I'm busy. I'm just trying to be involved in something.
That's nothing wrong about that. As a matter of fact, this is what research shows that those students who are well involved while they are taking classes are the ones that end up, first of all, finishing their degrees, and second, they're finishing with really high grades, because you are learning a lot of skills as you get involved with different student organizations or community organizations. So what is your, describe your best day for our audience? I mean, you come here, like, what do you do? Like, you get up in the morning, and then what's next?
One of the best things my grandpa told me before he died is that he never had education, he never had a chance to go to school. And he tried his best to send my dad to school. My dad graduated from high school. My mom, she's a high school graduate. So my grandpa really wanted me to go to school to get at least bachelor degree. So every day I wake up, I think about what my grandpa said a few years ago. It motivated me a lot to go to school every day. I hate to miss school. I always, want to go to school every day. I don't care if I understand something. I just love going to school.
Good. Glad to hear that, because that's very important, really, to hear that from someone who immigrated to the United States from different country. And obviously, when people leave their native country and move to in a different country, it's a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, a lot of issues that you have to deal with. And I'm glad that, it didn't change you when it comes to education and the value of education, how education can obviously improve our lives and get us to move forward. I'm glad to hear that. This year, in May,
Yeah.
you will be graduating from the Ag department, right?
No, I already graduated from the ag department.
So you're ready.
I'm taking classes to go to Iowa State.
Okay, so now you go to Iowa State. You're gonna get a bachelor degree in Ag.
Ag.
And then you mentioned that, like, you wanna go for master degree.
First I want to get a master's degree in agronomy from the
Okay.
Iowa State, and after that I'll try to get my master's degree in business administration from University of Iowa, hopefully.
So you will be Iowa graduate and
Iowa State
Iowa
graduate.
State graduate.
Yep.
Wow.
Even though Iowa State is my favorite school, I like the football team, but
Yeah. But you know what? Both institutions are great. I mean, both institutions are great, and I'm sure it will be a great experience for you too. So you are starting Iowa State in the fall of next year?
yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. So basically, what you are planning is you will go there, you move, or basically you are not moving there permanently. You are going there for school, and you will be back and forth in Muscatine, right?
Yeah, I'll have to be coming on every other weekend because there's a lot of activity.
Yeah.
And I'll be for another activity to get things going. So
Good.
I'll be coming by every other weekend.
Good. Well, you really, Daniel, I mean, when we hear your story, you inspire people, especially, the students. I mean, I'm hoping that our students also will hear your stories, and I know that you shared that with your friends and other students, because you are inspiring students that even you might grow up, you might live a difficult life, you might take on new challenges and even move to totally a new country and still do very well. So thanks for sharing that story with us, and thanks for sharing that story with our audience too. What I would like to do is I would like to give you what I call a free minute. You have a minute, and you can share whatever you would like to share with us before we end the show.
First of all, thank you very much for having me on the show, and I really appreciate it. It was a great pleasure, being on the show today. Secondly, I'd like to tell my audience that no matter where you're from, it should not, stop you from doing what's best for you. And also, if you're in neighborhood, if you see a newcomer in the neighborhood, make sure, look out for a new neighbor, because, some of us, we came here, we don't even know anything in the community. We don't know who barely speak English, but we've been here, learn from friends, in school, and hang out with other friends, and we trying to do our best at this moment. But I tell everybody, don't give up on your dream. It doesn't matter where you're from. It just it don't matter where you're from. Your story, don't get excuses. Just keep working harder every day. Things will definitely change around for you, for your good.
That's really a great advice, Daniel. I can summarize what you just said in very simple thing. Let the sky be your limit, my friend. So I'm very happy and honored to have you on this show today. I know that you are working very hard to make better living for you, for your family, and I'm sure your future will be very bright. I'm definitely sure. As you always see, we try to bring the best to you. We try to ask them to share their story, so hopefully their story will be a great inspiration to all of us. So with that, I would say, if you have any question and or comments, you can call me at 563-288-6064, or you can email me at jdabeet@eicc.edu. Till next time, Muscatine, bye-bye